Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is simple: to help you get from where you are to someplace better, point A, from point A to point B, from someday Isle to Successlandia. We do it through a daily routine that includes five parts. Preparation for the day, attitude of gratitude, review yesterday, plan for today, and then project the day, then go do it. And we focus on the planning part here. The other four things, the description is down below. Please subscribe, share, click on the bell, thumbs up, you know the thing. But we focus on planning here during the day because it's the here and now, it's what we're doing. And that's what we focus on. Let me say it's the most interactive. So let's get down to it. The theme of today, today's meme idea that spreads from brain to brain is, what if you controlled your emotions? Okay, what if you controlled your emotions? Let that process percolate through your system. We talk about other things. This is a 4-part transformation program where we focus on the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. Spiritual part we do on weekends in G School. Today we're focused on emotional. Again, our meme of today is, what if you controlled your emotions? What if you controlled your emotions? I'm not sure why I had that yawn, maybe because I didn't have enough bright light, according to Dr. Huberman. Maybe coffee too early in the morning. So, daily theme. All right, daily theme. What if you controlled your emotions? Next little thing to scoop out of the proverbial sea, the metaphorical sea, to scoop up, to ingest, digest, process. When you get into a pickle, say your name, Edward, Ed, wait for it. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. You can also say to yourself, you got me into this mess. Now let me help you get out. What if you stepped out of your comfort zone? How about that? What if you stepped out of your comfort zone? What would happen? And we have Kanye's song, Bob Kilpatrick. Bob Kilpatrick. Right, Bob Kilpatrick. I got this non-cassette thumb drive that has his songs on it. Kind of cool. But he has at 1 minute and about 7 seconds in, 1 hour and 7 seconds in, you should start watching that. Fantastic. Just a fantastic thing. All right, let's get to it. Let's get around to it. Wada Betty is there saying good morning. Hopefully Charlene will check in today. She texted me this morning saying she was at the Iowa-Illinois border. I'm not sure where she's heading. Maybe to Pittsburgh. Who knows? Maybe she's going to make her trip Pittsburgh, Virginia, North Carolina, Florida. That would be great. Be great for Lucy to see Charlene again, and vice versa. But let's get to our theme of today. What if you controlled your emotions? So in our transformational program, we say there's 4 parts: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Morning, Matt. Matt, could you please make sure everybody does their UAs? The jars and the things are in the front room where the modem is. I will be there around 8. And they have to mark on the label. Remember, they have to mark on the label. So, good. All right. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. We're going to focus today on the emotional. And what we say here is, if you can't control your emotions, don't worry. Someone else will, and they'll probably take you out of the game. Right? Because if somebody can control your emotions, what else can they control? Your feelings, right? And what happens if they can control your feelings? They can impact your behavior, right? And what happens if they can affect your behavior? They can affect the outcome, right? And then what happens if they affect the outcome? It affects their beliefs. So it creates this circle. Your beliefs lead to your feelings, lead to your behavior, leads to the outcome, and your outcome supports your beliefs. Because we generally tend to disregard outcomes that do not fit with our beliefs. Oh, that was weird. Versus, yep, see, I knew it. There's no point trying. I knew it. Well, happy to report that last night, Kathy McKenna got a letter from the county manager, or a call or something, was officially notified by the county manager that, oops, they made a mistake in revoking the CUP. No harm, no foul. Justice did prevail. And I'm sure it was a very bitter pill for them to swallow. So we move on. We move forward. We do a Jonathan Isaac thing. So, good. What if you controlled your emotions? What would happen? How do you do that? Whatabedi. It must be part of what you learn in Buddhism class. Buddhism. Buddhism? That sounds weird. Can you enlighten us? If you're still there, what would happen if you controlled your emotions? How would you behave? How would you act? Would you be stoic? Would your emotions fit the desired outcome of the situation? In other words, if it's getting tense, you want to de-escalate the tension. Would your emotions reflect that? Like, get everybody to calm down, laugh. Guys, it's only life. Come on, let's not take it so seriously. It's just life. It's only life, people. It's just life. Would that be it? What would you do? What if you controlled your emotions? Would your life be better or worse? It's sort of like saying, would you like a ship that had a below deck? Or you just want to have like a raft? So you can't store anything there. You don't have a place to go for safety. And Charlene is out on the road. The good news is she has her car. She has her pilot. It's like her boat. And as long as she has it and it's working properly, she can keep going. Because she gets a check every month. And having that check every month, what happens? She doesn't have the pressure of life like a lot of people have. right? And if she's in the right environment, the right structure, she can do quite well, as she was this time last year and the year before that, and perhaps the year before that. Not sure when she got out, but so let's focus on that. Controlling, what if we controlled our emotions? And our starting point in the book is to ask two questions. Who am I? And why do I behave as I do? Who am I? And why do I behave as I do? If I know the answer to those two questions, who am I and why do I behave as I do? And now I've gone a long way to being able to control my emotions, because I know who I am and I know why I do what I do. And why I do what I do is because of the release of neurotransmitters, which we're learning about last week, week 2, inside my skull-sized kingdom. This week is week 3. Yesterday was David Logan talking about join, tribe, nudge forward. How do we get people to do what we want them to do? Join, tribe, nudge forward. So that could be like the number 1 club or whatever the place is called, right? Join a tribe, nudge it forward. Hey guys, why don't we do this? Why don't we have a potluck next week? Why don't we go to Mount Charleston? Why don't we do this? Join tribe, nudge it forward. How do you nudge it forward? So that's today's discussion. How do you nudge it forward? Find something to change. So one of the things about the First Step Club, or whatever it's called, I'm just going to call it the First Step Club, is to get a new location. Like where? Honeysuckle. That could be kind of cool. Number 2. What? What's number 2? Find part of the status quo to change. Tell a compelling story. Connect the true believers and ignore the non-true believers. And then step number 4 is lead them. So what's something to change? Find something to change. Find part of the status quo to change. Then tell a compelling story. Tomorrow we're going to learn how to tell a compelling story. But it's 6:11 right now. Let's see. Anything from What a Bevy? Are you still there? What Not a Bevy? Matt, are you still there? Is anybody there? Over. I need to reach out to Jeannie, Charlene. I'll say we're on the podcast. See if Charlene will answer. Just doesn't matter. Well, you're right. In the big scheme of things, these little things that get us upset just don't matter. That would be a great way to control your emotions, to remind yourself it just doesn't matter. But what does matter? Maticus von Atticus, what does matter? There's 2 things that matter. Two things that matter. Number 1, love God with all your heart and mind and soul. Number 2, love your neighbor as Jesus has loved you. Those are the 2 commandments. They can be broken down into one thing, John 3:16, where God says, whoever believes in him shall have everlasting life. So just do what Jesus says, right? Matt matters. Good. Matt matters. That's part of the prayer. That's Father Max's line. Father Max's line. Okay, who stole the, okay. Someone who loves me with no conditions. God, give me the power and audacity to imagine a better version of myself. Someone who loves me with no conditions. Or God loves you just as you are. Or as Kilpatrick said the other night, God says, I choose you. I choose you. Right? So give us the power and audacity to imagine a better version of ourselves, myself. Some people are afraid to do that. Some people think they can't. That's why it's the power and the audacity to imagine a better version of myself. Someone who loves you, God, with all my heart and mind and soul. Someone who loves others as Jesus loved me. And someone who loves me with no conditions. Give me the wisdom to nurture and the courage to share your presence within me. Boom. There you go. Okay, well, with that, people, it's 6:15. We've done our time, got our routine in. Repetition, repetition, repetition. We got that done. Now it's time for me to get on the peloton. And then we will move forward. I want to acknowledge, good job, people. Good job being here. Good job. It's part of building, that repetition is part of building a routine. Routine builds habits. Better habits replace not better habits. So there we go. And with that, I'm going to say what? I'm going to say and cut. A lot of stuff to do today. Oh, yeah, we should do this part 2. Sorry, people. Something great is going to happen to me today. Something great is going to happen to me today. Always look on the bright side. Seek uncomfort. Advice from an 80-year-old. Choose your life's mate carefully. From this one decision will come 80% of your happiness or misery. And there we go. Now I can say, and cut. Boom. Oops. Got to do this. Boom.